Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, David here, and welcome back to another video. Another Persona 5 The Phantom X video. And last week I talked about what's going on right now with this game. People are mad, a lot of players are quitting the game, the treatment that people are getting in the West versus the rest of the world when it comes to what they give players for free, etc. and a bunch of other stuff. Again, link in the video description if you want to check that out yourself. But I went over all of that, and that's not what I want to do today. Before Persona 5 The Phantom X came out in June, I was given the opportunity to play P5X early. Loved the opportunity. Once again, shout out to Sega for sponsoring me and offering me money to play that game early. That was awesome. Big opportunity that I loved. And of course, my video, which is also going to be linked in the video description, was my first impression of the game, of me rushing through basically the first palace. And I was mainly positive, with a few hiccups here and there, but very positive for the most part. And I'm still playing the game. I am like probably 60 or so hours in, okay, right now. And I feel the need to be honest with you guys and to go back and talk about P5X some more. So today is going to be my unbiased opinion about Persona 5X after so many hours of playing it. I think the best way to describe my thoughts right now is I want to like Persona 5X, but the more I play it, the harder it gets. So let me explain. There is a lot of things that I like. There is a lot of things that I dislike / strongly dislike at a point where I'm like, I'm not sure I'll be able to make my way through it. So let me explain, okay? Again, I feel the need to share my honest opinion 2 months later or so, because again, first video was sponsored, and as you guys know, it's not because I'm getting paid that I'm gonna be biased when it comes to my opinion. At first, I really liked it. I thought it was really decent. And even last week when I made my first video, I was like, hey, I like it. I have issues, but I like it. And today, I do like it. But there's a lot to dislike, unfortunately. So let me be honest with y'all today. So as I keep playing, I feel like stuff is starting to feel unfair. I'm really starting to feel the grind. I have needs to grind constantly, and it exponentially gets rougher on me. Like, leveling up characters wasn't a problem before like 30 or 40 hours in. Now, huge problem. I can't do anything without a huge grind, okay? I still find the main story to be enjoyable. I still like the main cast of characters. I still like the social links, the characters, the environments, looking at this game, hearing this game, walking around different areas and having different activities versus what Royal had to offer. I like it. Persona 5, one of my favorite games of all time. So I do like it. The premise of desires being stolen from society, I like that. Let's get into what I dislike, because there is unfortunately a lot that is blocking me from really liking the game. So, first thing that I definitely feel the need to say, when I was talking about the controversy, I was like, I'm not too sure what people mean when it comes to pop-up ads. Now, this is something that I strongly dislike, okay? Because before you beat the first palace, you don't get much pop-up ads, basically at all. You get, obviously, the little shopping things. There's a new promotion, the notice when you log in and everything, but there isn't much. Ooh, the more you play it, the more there is. I definitely know what's a pop-up ad now. I keep getting them, okay? You gain a 5-star character, boom. You get some sort of ad. I get this. Or, oh, you're out of material. Hoop, you don't want to wait? Buy this. I get a lot of them, okay? So I get it now, and I didn't before. I 1000% get it at a point where it's annoying at this point. The main thing that I did mention in my first video is the UI. P5X and the UI is way too crowded. Now, I assume a lot of people play it on their PC. I hate playing on PC. I'm like a portable gamer or console gamer. I'm a young boomer. That's what people call me in my little friend group. I do play on my phone, okay? I have a Google Pixel 7. Love the phone. It's like 2 years and a half. It's an old phone. People would say it's not current gen. There's a Pixel 9, maybe even a 10. I don't freaking know. Old crusty phone. It runs like shit. It does. It really runs like shit. But I asked you guys in a stream how it ran for y'all, and it ran fine. Phone, small screen. So this big UI, way too crowded for me. There's too many icons everywhere, and it took me a lot of hours to like get used to like where everything is and find myself in this crap. The menus themselves are a little bit confusing as well. Took a while to get used to, but I'm making my way through that, okay? The main thing that I wish this game was doing, or the first thing, because there's a lot that I wish they would change, but the first thing that I wish they were doing is console versions. I think that would help. If the game was on my Switch, I would strongly prefer that versus playing on my phone. But I'll be honest, playing it on my phone when I go to like freaking Costco and the wife wants to like spend 30 minutes in the clothing section, it works. It's fine. It's cool. It's decent. When it comes to the actual gameplay itself, that's where I have the most issue, okay? The combat. My God. Okay, so when I first played it, not a lot of characters, not a lot of moves, not a lot of personas and everything. I was like, it's pretty cool. It's basically the combat system in P5R, but a little bit simplified. There's the one more system, and I wonder what other things they're gonna add on that. That's basically what I said. Combat's weak as fuck. It really is. Like, I'm straight up honest, it really is weak. All the characters, they kind of feel the same, to be perfectly honest. Like, they feel the same. You just need to grind and level everything up. You need to level up their weapons. You need to level up their persona spells. You need to level up the character himself, the actual Phantom Thief themselves. You need to give them cards to make them more powerful. Revelations card, I think that's what they're called. You need to like change certain moves on certain personas for Wonder, the main character. That is a problem in and of itself. Everything can level up. Everything levels up with different materials. Everything, there's so much crap. There's so much stuff to think about because that's just more material and more stuff that you need to get to progress, more crap that they can sell you. All of that makes the combat super weak because again, the characters all feel the same. The way to get more powerful is to grind, not grind battles, because that's not how you level up. That would be a little bit better. No. You have to do these little trials there to get the specific materials that you need to level up a weapon or to level up persona moves or everything. So it makes the whole thing really boring. Move descriptions, like when you have a specific move, let's say I have a stab move with one of my characters, there's a textbook basically under the move explaining what the move is. Again, I'm being honest here. I'm being 1000% transparent. I was trying to read the text and I was like, okay, that's a lot of stuff, like the frozen thing, and then you hit, and then it's gonna raise the if it's frozen, it's so much stuff for so much text for every single move on this little screen. That doesn't mean much at the end of the day. So at this point, I'm like, okay, this move hits one character, this move heals, and this move hits multiple characters. I'm not trying to think more of it than that, and it works. It just works. This combat feels a little bit mindless, a little bit brainless at times. I hate how when you exploit a weakness, you get the baton pass thing in the real game. You can click on the character that you want to get the next move, the one more, but you don't decide on which character, on which enemy your dude's gonna hit. What the hell? I really dislike that. It kind of makes this game makes me feel like an idiot when I'm playing it. I'm like, I don't necessarily think about what I need to do. The balance is straight ass. It really is. Like at some certain points, you're gonna hit certain enemies, and you're destroying everyone, and then at some point, boom, you have this enemy that there's nothing to do. There is nothing to do. I didn't necessarily struggle that much with that one myself, but leader of the second palace in the game, no spoilers please if people are playing it, a lot of people, I'm in a Facebook group for P5X, and people are like, oh my god, how the hell do you beat that guy? Kind of a difficulty step, you know, but it doesn't feel good to make your party strong enough to beat this person. That's the main issue. It does not feel good to get stronger because you're just constantly doing the same thing. I don't know how long I'll be able to make that work for me. The game is trying to push multiplayer features with like guilds. I'm not too sure how they're called. It does nothing for me. It does do, the multiplayer thing does one thing that I hate. It's a little chat bar and dialogue bar at the bottom left corner of my screen at all times. I don't really like that. I definitely should probably talk about the gacha as well of P5X. I'm not spending a dime in this thing, okay? So that's my thing. I don't want to spend money in it. I definitely don't like it enough to put money into it. So what I'm thinking is, as long as I'm enjoying P5X, enjoying it casually, I'm not taking it too seriously, without spending money, I'll keep playing it. Once I feel the need to put money into it to enjoy it, that's when I'm gonna need to drop it, you know? So I wanted to go back and share more of my thoughts on P5X with you guys and be honest with y'all, because again, I felt like maybe some people could have thought that I was misguiding them, especially since my first video was sponsored. And no, my first opinion was that, hey, it's really decent. I see a lot of potential. I think this game's gonna be huge, you know? And that's really what I was feeling when playing it up to the first, rushing through the first palace, basically. But it really starts to be rough when you're like late in the second palace. That's when you really feel like, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna have to grind through these menus and redo the same thing over and over and over and over. Too many Phantom Thieves too. Like, I understand this is gacha games, that's how you make gacha work. I don't necessarily like to get a new thief in my group that I don't know who it is. Like, I haven't met this character yet. I haven't done their social link. I don't know who they are, but yet I can play with them. Feels like I'm detached to my own parties. I'm just rolling off the cuff with no text here and no script, but that's what I'm thinking when I'm playing this game. And the banner, the gacha, the limited times thing, this is repulsive to me. I'm not a gacha game guy, you know, so if you are someone who played a lot of gacha games, you're probably looking at me like, this motherfucker's not playing the right game. You're probably right. I don't know anything about gacha games. I played a little bit of DX2, Shin Megami Tensei on my phone a lot of years ago, like not when it initially came out, but close to it. And I thought it was just fine and I dropped it. But in this game, I'm like, I'm doing the banner stuff with the materials that I can get for free, you know, and for both the original Phantom Thieves cast except Joker, because that one was limited. You can't get Joker anymore. That one, I'm trying to get it to 80 to get one of the Phantom Thieves, and then we'll see what I get. I'm probably gonna get a double of a Phantom Thief that I already got through plans or something. I don't know. And I'm trying to get Yusuke. I'm like at 76 out of 80, which is the guaranteed pick for Yusuke. And I have nothing. I constantly get doubles and everything. So I'm really thinking that, hey, this system is, I don't know if I have the worst luck or if it's kind of pushing it in a certain direction. But hey, enough rumbling for me today. Have you been enjoying Persona 5X? If you have, that's awesome, man. I want this game to succeed. I'm not against it at all. But there is a lot that they need to change. There is a lot that they could improve to make this game a little better when it comes to consoles, because we do know that a console version is coming. I can also link a video for that if you guys want to know everything that we do know about console ports. But if you want to check that out, link video description. They should update a lot of things when it comes to console, because I think console players are gonna struggle with some of these things for sure. So thank you all so much for watching the video. This was me being transparent with y'all today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye.